Hello, internet. So yeah, um, picking up from where I left off last time. I don't remember what I was doing, but I ended before I was gonna do something, but I don't remember what I was gonna go do. I guess side quest, right? I was actually thinking about this when I was at work today, because I was like, well, I could just keep playing through the main story, right, and just like blow through it, and then just like have all the side quests left. But then I remembered that the world state changes later on to like where there's just like a more Akashic out, and it's just probably a pain to like mess with it later than it is just to like do it as the side quests become available. So I'm just gonna keep doing that.
It told me she was building a ship.
Um, so yeah, now I'm going to just do side quests and then jump back into the main story quests. What part am I on anyway? I'm on the part where, if I'm thinking where I'm at, and like it's the Bahamut fight, like I'm pretty sure this part is pretty like short and abruptly, surprisingly. But then it's like it gets weird, so yeah. Oh yeah, cause yeah. Okay, it's like I don't know the sequence of events, but things do get effing weird. So
I'm buggered.
let me do these side quests first, and then I'll jump back into the main story.
Sid, reckon you might be just the man to help me out of a bit of bother, if you've a mind to.
Let's hear it.
Well, it's about this alembic the chief's got me making. Lovely bit of kit it is. I'm in a solution you want splitting, and it will separate it out, just like that. Problem is, it won't always get rid of all the impurities. And with some of the stuff we need it for, that ain't good enough. Which is why I've been looking for something to filter the liquid we'll be cooking off. And that's where I was hoping you could help me out.
I imagine Ty could get some use out of this alembic too. Distilling medicines and the like. Alright. Why not?
Proper job!
So what exactly do you need for this filter?
Nothing but bomb ash'll do, says the chief. Gave me a sample she'd obtained from the university stores. Couldn't believe my eyes. You pour the blackest blight water through it, and it comes out clear as a mountain stream. So, I did a bit of reading about where I might be able to get hold of some. And do you know what I found out? It's only the blimmin' bones of a bomb king. They leave them behind when they die, see?
I take it that's where I come in.
If you wouldn't mind. I saw a billet on the hunt board for one just the other day. Would have gone myself, but, well, fighting dirty great balls of flame ain't exactly my forte. You, on the other hand...
Alright. I'll see what I can do.
Thank you kindly. And a good hunting, eh?
This is annoying because it's like I know what I'm looking for, right? But like I don't like effing 100% know where it's at. So it's just like, like I know it's effing. I can never remember specifically where it's at. I think it's like when you first get to Sandbreak, right? Because it's like, yeah, it's in like a flippin'. It's so annoying. It's so annoying because I feel like it should be super easy, but it's like there's for some reason. It's like I can never remember where it's at. Cause yeah, it's like, isn't it on the side of a, like one of the paths that's just like inside the thing? But it's looking like, oh wait, maybe it's over here, dude. Imperial Chase, that might be it. Like maybe that's why, cause there is like a flippin'. Wait, is Dragon's Airy on here? Oh wait a minute, it even says. Oh wait, that's not it. That's something else. Yeah, Dragon's Airy, is that Royal Meadows? It is over here, dude, because it's, yeah. Because there's, there's, okay, I know I'm going. I know exactly where this thing's at. I just don't know, like, the location I'm looking for, like, where to find it. But I know now, because it's just basically gonna just, it should be a tunnel through here, and there's gonna be, like, a side opening with a fallen area. It looks exactly like a, boss encounter space like I'm always talking about, so yeah.
Run like the wind.
I guess I just haven't been over here this playthrough. Or would have been on the map, but whatever. Yeah, it's over here because the gate, right? And then you go through the gate, and then yeah. Yeah, this is it. Because I think if you go over here earlier, it's not open. But then if you go in here, like now, it's open, right? Yeah, see, it's over here. It's right here. I guess I just haven't been in here this playthrough, so... whatever. I imagine the Bottom King's not going to be that hard, so I guess we'll see, but... yeah.
Back to the stables, girl.
Wait, what? Why did he get off? Maybe if it disappears... Okay, for a second I was like, is there about to be a boss fight I don't know about here, or what? Because that was not the case last time. Oh, the last playthrough, whatever. Anyway, jeez, I'm effing sounding more tired than I am, but maybe I'm more tired than I think. It's gonna be this way. I think, yeah, it says the croc, whatever. Yeah, I think I was thinking earlier that this is the dragon. Wait, no. The dragon spot, I know where it's at, because I called it out earlier, but this is, I think, a spot I already encountered or went through or whatever, but apparently I hadn't, but it's in here. So yeah, there it is. I shouldn't take, or not I shouldn't take, but this shouldn't be that bad. It's only rank B.
Here. Greetings, Your Majesty.
Holy rush down that, man, jeez. Yeah, Phoenix Moon just killed all the minions. That was nice. And done. 70 screenshot on that one. Oh, excuse me. False bomb member.
Your reign is over. Now to collect the ash. I should put a water bucket. This looks like the stuff. Let's see if there's any more. That should do it. If Hawaii needs more than this, he can fetch it himself.
Is that the thing Tomes helped?
Mid told me she was building a ship.
I might actually play for like an hour less this stream just because like after I went to sleep last time, after last time anyway, I woke up at like 5:30, which is like right before. That's like after Gary Fork, but like I left my phone in my car, so my alarm didn't go off. So it's like, oh crap, I possibly could have been late. Like, you know, had I not have woken up and like now went back to sleep, because I kept going back to sleep too. So there's that. But you know, I think I'm just gonna like play a couple hours here instead of 3, and then as long as I get all these side quests knocked out, and I'm on my way to. That's the crappy part, right? It's like I'm gonna only be on the way to Stormside because there's a bunch of nonsense that you get up to. I forgot. See, I guess the pacing does kind of drag actually, thinking about it. So what's the second crystal? Is that dragon's what? Jeez, I can't even. It's whatever. The second crystal after the second crystal to like whatever the until you get to Twin Side, it does drag a bit because there's all that stuff you have to do for mid, and then effing all the stuff you do in Dhalmekia for like effing the one guy. And then, like, yeah, you take down Kupka, but I feel like, well, that's not, you know, that's a cool part, but then I think, like, you know, when you're on your way to Twin Side, you have to go the merchant route and sneak in and do all this other crap, and it's just like, dude, I just wanna kill the next, or destroy the next Mother Crystal. That's like, nope, you're gonna do all this other stuff, so, yeah, it does kind of drag, I feel like, a bit in the middle here.
That's the stuff. And plenty of it, too. Enough to keep the Alembic bubbling away for a good old while.
It's kind of
You're
funny
a
because, like,
gent,
once you get to
Sid.
like the last
Let nothing say
third, I'd say
otherwise. Right then, let's get
it
this
does kind of just
contraption up and running.
have quite the good pacing because you can just choose to put your foot to the pedal and, you know, get all the crystals knocked out, take on the final boss, yada yada yada. Or you can do side quests and whatnot up into that point. Take a bit more time.
There we have it. The Telemon Alembic. And it works just like the chief said it would.
But yeah, I think actually,
Very
like,
impressive.
currently on my channel on YouTube,
Says the man who cut down a burning boulder. Speaking of which, I
I
stand
think I
return
might
a
have
favor.
not been having
Yes.
videos on my,
The good it will do for the hideaway is reward enough.
might have my
Don't be
videos
silly.
for this playthrough not be
Why do you let me take a look at that bag of yours?
current.
The one you keep your potions in. Reckon I could work
Okay,
some
never mind.
magic on
Current.
that.
What kind of magic?
Well, we happen to have isolated a substance in our test run of the Alembic that I reckon will make even the toughest lever
Okay, so the playthrough's gonna be done being uploaded on the 11th,
Thought
so
we might use it to breathe new life into
I've
old
got
ghosts
enough
and
New
the
Game
like.
Plus to last for like
Save
probably
the
the next
hideaway a
month.
few gil. Ah,
It seems
I
like,
reckon
right?
if
The
we
better
soften
part
a
of the
bit on
next
your
month.
bag, it'll loosen
It's
it up
already
enough
halfway through
for you to
July, man.
squeeze
That's
in a bottle or
crazy.
two more.
Kind of a
Well,
bummer.
it can't hurt to try, I suppose.
That's the spirit.
18, 19, 20.
Leave it with me. I'll only be a mo.
Surprised I'm getting so many Destiny 2 reviews, but I guess, I don't know, the game's kind of gotten a lot of traffic lately.
Well, what do you reckon?
It certainly feels more flexible.
Right? Told you.
Thank you. I think.
No. Thank you for supporting Mid and the rest of us in our endeavors. Without you, we'd never have been able to discover wonders like that stuff I rubbed on your bag. And I'm telling you, there's plenty more where that came from.
Oh, just close it, dude. Check it later. Jeez, that's annoying. Sorry, I'm checking something on my phone. Yeah. Okay, so I need to upgrade this one. How much does that cost? 2,000. Ugh. See, if I just redid the skill tree, I could save myself some time here and just get this upgraded anyway, but it's whatever, dude. Alright, let me see if there's anything else. Okay, let me... you know, it's fine. I'll do the missive first. Or the Alliant report first. Still send me straight to the side quest. And I'll come back and do the ones from the book. I mean, that being said, I should probably do the book ones first, because I think they give you, like, abilities and like, attributes, but then it's like, it's New Game Plus, I already have them. So it's not like it's anything I don't already have, so... Yeah. Man, dude, my effing scalp is just... bit right now. But it's like, what, 5 in the morning or something? 6 in the morning, so I'm not about to take a shower. I mean, I would, but I don't want to, like, you know, wake up my neighbors if they can. I mean, it's not usually that loud as far as, like, when other people run water, but yeah, I don't want to be that guy.
Fancy a look at the list, do you? Here you go.
Okay, so there's 3 of these. Start with this one. Oh, this is the one where effing Quentin's like, yeah, I'm gonna kill this effing judge. It's all part of the plan. This is only the first part, though. But I know how it is. So it's like, yeah, I'm just thinking about that, because it's a good quest chain. It's
Good
just,
day
you
to
know,
you.
3 different parts, so there's that.
Ah, Clive. Your timing is exquisite, as always. I have a concern which you may be able to assist me with.
Go on.
There are whisperings afoot of shadowy figures having been sighted outside the village. Rustlings in the undergrowth, suspicious noises. My people fear that they are being watched. It may be no more than a surfeit of nerves, understandable in the current climate, or it may be the prelude to something altogether more dangerous. Given what I hope you'll forgive me calling your nose for trouble, I wondered if you might investigate.
Of course.
Excellent. You might begin by speaking with the good citizens of Lostwing. Listen to their tales,
But yeah, also,
and make what you will of them.
All right.
I'm gonna have to work like an
I
extra
will.
hour every day at work for like the next 2 weeks. So I will probably be playing Forza for just like a couple hours after work every day. Actually, dude, yeah, an extra hour. I don't even know that gives me enough time to actually do anything. So I might not, but I might. If I do play something, I'll probably switch to Forza. And then even then, it's like I won't be playing as much. So I'll probably just, play Forza, go back to the deep dive on that, and then
Could there be any truth to these rumors, do you think?
when I
No
get
doubt
back
that
to
people
having
heard or saw something.
my normal time,
As to what it was,
or not normal time,
there's
but
only
like,
one way to find out.
the time that I usually have when it's not like crazy prime day hours. I'll come back to this. But for like 2 weeks, I'll probably just go play Forza instead of this. And go back to the deep dive. I think I left off in Forza 2, so yeah, that's gonna be a thing. Hopefully I can get through that one and get to like at least the third game. So I think there's like, what, 6 numbered ones? I don't even know. I don't think I'll be able to get through all of them before the 7th one comes out in October, but we'll see.
You alright, Sid? Something on your mind?
There is actually. Can I ask you something? Quentin tells me people have mentioned shadowy figures out in the woods. Have you noticed anything unusual?
Oh, that. No, sorry, can't help you. I heard the rumours, mind, from the lads working over at the vineyard, but none of them has seen anything either.
All right. Thanks anyway. Do you have a moment? There's talk of suspicious figures in the woods. Have you seen anything out of the ordinary?
No, but I've heard something. Sound of scraping metal, like someone sharpening a sword.
Where was this?
In Lorbert's Pass. Was out foraging for herbs when I heard it, screeching out from between the trees. Ran back here as quick as my legs would carry me, and I ain't been back since.
I see. I'll look into it. Thank you.
We make for Lorbert's Pass, then.
Probably a good idea. Figments of the imagination don't sharpen swords. You there.
Fuck! He's seen us. Get them before they escape.
Black Shield. Here.
What are they doing here?
is it to you? Not that we give a damn. All that matters to us is that you don't leave here alive. This one.
Why would the Black Shields be here? Unless they're planning to move on Lostwing.
We need to warn Quentin.
Good day to you.
The crystals we get from the
Clive, how goes the hunt for our sinister figures?
I found some black shields hiding near Lorbert's Pass. They're gone now.
Black Shields. The Empress's former bloodhounds. Though they serve another master now. One who means to root out and destroy both me and those I care for. And it would appear the pack has finally caught the scent of its prey. Damn it all. I had hoped I would have more time than this. More time to prepare. But if we are cornered, we have no choice but to bite back. And bite back we shall.
I'm sorry. You're going to need to explain. Who did the Black Shield serve now? And why would that person want you dead?
Because I want him dead.
Who?
The former Lord Chief Justice of Sanbreque. All that I have built here is for him.
I don't understand. Why him? Why Lostwing?
I suppose it is better that you know the truth. I was a member of the judiciary once. So sickened was I by the injustice of this world, I swore to fight it. And fight it I did in my own small way. I saw more than a few corrupt officials condemned to the very cells into which they had thrown blameless innocents. Men to whom the law was but a scourge to turn against the powerless. And throughout, it was the Lord Chief Justice who backed me, who was my one true ally in the quest to see justice done.
So what changed?
I discovered that he hunted bearers for sport. I was a fool to think he shared my hatred of venality and vice. His support for me was no more than a facade, a means of ridding himself of his rivals, a mask to hide the rot beneath. I filed suit against him immediately. His response, however, was rather more visceral. He had my entire family slaughtered, and he faced no punishment whatsoever. I lost everything. My loved ones, my livelihood, my position, the faith I had once held that any modicum of justice might be achieved through the courts. So I set about enacting my own. I tracked down every soul who served him, and slit their throats myself. But the man himself proved an altogether more difficult target. With money and power come protection, and so I saw that I would need an army of my own. I came here to Lostwing and began recruiting like-minded individuals.
And everyone here knows this is why you do what you do.
Of course. They too have lost loved ones to the bearer hunts. Seen faultless friends sent to the gallows to spare the guilty. All under the watchful eye of the Lord Chief Justice. Our wounds are the same. And our cause is the same. We are comrades, and our revenge is already in motion. We know where he hides, how numerous and well-trained his guard. What we did not know until now, however, was that his plans may already be in motion too.
Quentin.
Our time is short. He may move against us at any moment, unless we move against him first. My friends and comrades, it begins. Make ready for war.
I'm not going to change his mind.
Is that the thing Tomes helped to build?
Mid told me she was building a ship.
How may I help you today, Clive? Is everything we've received and everything promised? All done?
Fancy a look at the list, do you? Here you go.
The finest fabric!
The most fragrant herbs and spices.
There'll be
from
no
the
one to
breadth
man
of
the shop.
twins and beyond.
Gone, just like that. And without so much as a by your leave.
What's the matter?
It's my apprentice. He up and vanished while my back was turned. I'd go and look for him myself, but I've got a bakery to run. A bakery that's now short one pair of hands. Loath though I am to rely on the kindness of strangers, I'm at a loss. Please, will you see if you can find him?
I'll see what I can do. Do you know where he might have gone?
I wouldn't be surprised if he was off somewhere mooning at Drake's Fang. He used to work there, you see. Poor fool left his heart in its hollow.
All right. Then that's where I'll start.
Oh. Where did all the men of the rock go?
Probably ran out of gil, just like us.
Excuse me.
What do you want?
The baker sent me to find you.
I am a sorry, selfish sod, aren't I? Certainly not a baker. Master must have ruled the day he took me in. Time was the sight of the fang used to calm my nerves. But now look at her.
I take it you missed the mother crystal.
I hated her, but she was all I knew. Worked her mines for years. And when she shattered, part of me shattered with her. Learned to live again.
Focus on the job at hand. Think about what you can do right now.
What use is proofing loaves when... Wait. Perhaps the solution has been in the bakery all along. You've opened my eyes. Thank you, friend, and fare thee well.
Wait. Suppose you won't be needing an escort then.
The finest fabric!
Take a sniff, good sir. You'll be transported.
Ah, there you are. The man who lit a fire under my wayward apprentice. Though I worry you might have stoked the flames a little too high. He damn near ran me down trying to get to my oven.
Master, it's ready. Behold the Drake's Balm. A truly unique creation.
I dare say it is.
Just look at it. A perfect likeness of the Fang herself. Her steepled peaks, her fulsome spurs, her inviting hollow. True, my loaves collapse more often than not, but what's the Fang without her crater? Why, no Fang at all. And look, inside. She's filled to bursting with a bounty of beautiful crystals. Salt crystals! Master, I have found my purpose. I must use my work here to preserve the memory of the Fang.
Well, if it tastes half as unique as it looks, I'd certainly say you're onto something. Not only is my apprentice back, but he's finally pulling his weight. With any luck, I might even have a new delicacy on my hands. I don't know how you did it, but you have my thanks.
So yeah, it seems like on that one, your choices don't matter. Because last time I told him to express yourself, but it was the same outcome. So yeah, next time I'll tell him. Well, if I do a third playthrough, I probably won't stream it. But if I if I do, I'll tell him the whole thing about happier times. Because it just seems like the worst, choice. In my opinion, anyway, in that situation. But yeah. Let's continue.
Now, Dusan, I know you're keen, but do you have to use the good salt? Leave some for the rest of us.
Sorry, Master. I'll go and get some more later.
Okay, hold on. I think... Okay, I was confused. I thought there was another side quest in Demacia, but I didn't see it. But then I looked on the map. Oh, I didn't look on the map, but like just there when it had the thing.
She was building a ship.
I forgot there's that part where you have to go like past where you're at to like find the people by the downed caravan or whatever. Like the two bandits that are posing as people that like need help.
Quick look.
I'm kind of curious if I like don't help them this time, like what'll happen, but I guess I could save first, right? And then we'll see. Kind of curious too, like is this the part where you come across the Undying the first time or not? Because I'm gonna go and save and see if I refuse to help them, if they like attack me or something. If nothing happens, I'll just reload the save and then I'll be able to get to the side quest.
Let's go. Run like the wind. This used to be a trade route for merchants crossing the Scars, till the Republic laid a new road wide enough to let wagons pass, and all official traffic moved there.
Leaving this one for those living outside the law.
Indeed. I doubt we'll be the only outlaws on the trail today.
Safe.
Over here! Go for it! This one.
So what do you think?
That we'd be lucky to make it out alive.
Really? It's as bad as that?
Oh, aye. There's trouble up ahead. And too much of it for us to handle.
I take it there's danger on the road.
What about this fearsome-looking fellow? You think he'd be equal to the task?
Oh, no doubt. Assuming he's willing to hear us out. Well met, friend. My brother and I have been tasked with finding a merchant's missing cart. You seen it by any chance?
How does a merchant misplace his cart?
Oh, the man's a coward. When he thought goblins might come a-snarling, he ran, leaving his livelihood abandoned in the pass.
He sent the two of us to fetch it, but it's gone. Now, I'm not much of a thinker. I know the work of thieves when I see it.
My brother's right on all accounts. And by my estimation, the bastards are lying in wait just down the road.
We may have seen our share of action, true, but we've not got the skill in arms to boldly brave an ambush.
You, however, have the look of a man who needn't fear a band of backwater ruffians. What do you say? Will you help us out? Chances are they'll come for you either way. But if you promise to lend us a hand, at least you'll pocket a reward for your troubles. Not exactly savvy, are you? Fine. Go on. Bugger off then.
Okay, so you can re-accept it. I kind of wish there was like more to this side quest as opposed to just like taking, or, you know, accepting their offer. Because I don't think you meet them later on as far as like a follow-up to this about them being bandits, but I could be misremembering.
Really? It's as bad as that?
Oh, why?
I take...
Oh, no. Well,
how does a merchant...
Oh,
he sent
my brother.
We may have...
Yeah, it's like, how does a merchant lose their cart? That seems silly.
Well, if I'm going to have to deal with them anyway...
You've clearly got a fine head on those broad shoulders.
We're lucky you came along.
Time is up.
Now, hoping to make a heavy purse in Bocklad, our merchant friend loaded his cart with as much as it would carry. Reckon he won't be forking over the rest of our fee if we don't find those goods. So, while you're seeing to those bandits, you keep your eyes open.
All right. Just don't expect me to drag the cart out of there myself.
No. You can leave the cart to us. You just put an end to those bandits and point us in the right direction. You do that, we'll take care of the rest.
I'm not sure I trust those two. But if there are bandits lying in wait, I should probably take care of them.
Look lively, you lot. Well, we've got guests.
These must be our bandits. That's them dealt with. Now, where's that cart? Getting all of this out of here will be a nightmare.
Seems we found ourselves the right man for the job, wouldn't you say?
Found the cart and didn't leave a single bastard breathing. Our merchant friend will be delighted.
And how exactly will he be getting his goods out of here?
You leave that to us. After all, it'd be wrong to make such a fine warrior haul cabbages to market.
You've done your part. And that's all you need to worry about. Here. It's been a pleasure. Now piss off.
There's no need to be so rude, brother. What if we want his help again next time?
Next time. Gadget. Is there a part 2 to this quest? I don't remember there being a part 2 to this quest. I could be wrong. Or I could just be misremembering or whatever. I feel like I shouldn't be like... Or whatever. It's like I shouldn't... It could just be like, well, I mean, there's so many side quests that are memorable, or just like, you know... Just like one and dones, or just like, you know, don't go anywhere. It's possible it's just one of those.
I see the Dalnecs lag behind Rosaria when it comes to bridge building.
The fallen ruin should hold, at least.
But yeah,
The path continues on the other side.
Is this the part where we meet the Undying? Because I feel like this is before we meet the Undying. I feel like we don't meet the Undying. Yeah, dude, we don't meet the Undying until like way later. Because it's almost the end when we meet the Undying. So we don't even meet the Undying here. This is like, this part is like so uneventful. Like the part between whenever you kill a second Mother Crystal and twin, I can't even think of the thing, the effing twin side, I think, whatever. But like, the Bahamut section, like, I mean, yeah, there's a Titan fight, but it's like, you know, pacing could be a bit better, because I feel like, you know, not to sound like a broken record, because I keep saying it, but game kind of drags. I guess not the game per se, but like the main story drags. And call it. Drag that to that part. It's like nothing's happening. Or like Maid comes in and just completely derails all the momentum as well. So that too. I mean, you get the good. Well, you get the good start to that side quest with Quentin, but I'm not talking about the side quests, so... For the most part, the side quests are very formulaic and pattern repeating in this game, for sure. This is when you get the sweet shot at the, is it Mekia? No, is it Mekia? Was it Mekia? I can't remember. I'm sure they'll say it, but this is a Mekia crater. The final Zoom crater, yeah.
So this is Zemeckis.
Yeah, Zemeckis. There we go. I missed my screenshot.
Land of the
episode.
gods.
I hit
It's
this.
even more impressive
I
than
hit
I
the share
imagined.
button, and I
I
missed my window.
remember
I
being
think.
captivated by the story as a child.
I mean, I got the share button like the first time around, but probably
Man was overcome by avarice.
not the spot I wanted it.
And challenged the gods in a bid to win their power.
Knowing how this went down.
The final battle took place here, at these falls. Or so the legend goes. If anyone ever manages to plumb those depths, perhaps we'll learn if there's any truth to the tale.
I don't know, dude. I feel like there's a lot of teasing in this game
The
for
gods
DLC.
emerged victorious.
Like there's a lot they leave on the table.
Punished man for his defiance by visiting upon him
I really don't hope they don't do that.
2 curses.
I'm hoping for a direct sequel. Like they leave a lot of stuff like just
Dominance in bearers.
ambiguous. But then it's like
Tell the truth.
I kind of feel like that's embarrassing. Like they could have just went all
always
in
thought it strange that the dominant in their
to put it
icons
all
were
in one
deemed a
game.
curse.
But the way they set up this thing, like the status quo changed at the end.
The throne.
The way they said that was pretty well done. But
They were
it's like
admired and exalted.
I would be intrigued with how they would do
Spanned.
that, but
Whenever I got to that part of the story, I always assumed there must be something I'd misunderstood.
kind of not hoping that's
You had a
what
lot
they do.
of storybooks, didn't you? In your room, I mean. When we were young.
The old legends were always my favorites. Epic battles between gods and men. Father encouraged me to read as much as I could. He thought it good for my education.
You really were a boy like any other, weren't you?
Just look at this place. It's enough to make you believe the legends are true.
I know.
This is a really good environment, though. When you see the thingy thing, you get to like look at it in real time and be like, man, that's
We're not
looks
far
really
from Boklad. The road will be busier up ahead.
And we'll have to keep our wits about us.
points in one of the annoying parts where it just kind of drags to you. It's just like you have to get past the flipping checkpoint. It's just like, dude, I just want to continue with the story.
Clive? Something wrong?
Nothing. It's nothing.
It's like, oh, guess what? There's a nice little roadblock. Oh yeah, I forgot about all the meanwhile, whatchamacallits, interstitials, pretty good. Oh, I think I missed my screenshot again. Dang it. Whatever.
I see the reports are true, Father. You have surrendered the throne to Olivier.
I have. Emperor Olivier shall rebuild the Holy Empire of Sanbreque.
How is he to rule an empire? He is but a boy.
I shall advise him until he comes of age.
Father, please.
Or for as long as I am able. The empire we seek to build needs young blood to rule it, and I can think of none better suited to the task.
Oh, he just insulted you, Dion. He said you're not worthy. Oh.
There is other news, Dion. Hugo Kupka is dead, and Drake's Fang destroyed. The pillars of the Republic have fallen. Ere long, the Imperial banner shall fly over every city in Storm. And then, Valisthea. All shall bow before their Emperor.
Father, these are the words of a tyrant.
They are the words of a god. The Emperor whom I gladly serve. Great Greeker, made flesh.
Yeah, he just said that like the Olivier is God made flesh. It's like he's lost it. But then I think that is
Return
ultimately
to your camp, Dion.
manipulation, if I'm
And
not
ready your
mistaken.
forces. It is time to show the world the true power of Sanbreque.
Father. I find you much changed. Is this truly the path you wish to tread? Or are these the ambitions of another? Of Ultima, perhaps?
What nonsense is this? I speak my mind, and my mind only. Though I do owe Annabella thanks for reminding me of certain truths regarding the nature of nations, of rulers, and of the divine.
You would trust the words of this traitress? She betrayed her country. She slew her husband.
You have ever been an invaluable servant to Sanbreque, Prince Dion. I trust you will continue to serve your Emperor in the wars to come.
The canker! Silence! Insolent wretch!
You will bend the knee. All else is heresy.
Sire, forgive me.
This audience is over.
This
Come, your Radiance. The Rowena Syndicate awaits your pleasure.
Oh, not another meeting with silly old men.
Wait, Rowena
They're
Syndicate,
so
that's
boring.
another name drop from 14.
I'm hungry, Father. Can't we have luncheon instead?
Or is that like a, whatchamacallit, Rowena is a, like a, what's that word?
Does it pain you that you will not inherit your father's throne?
I have suffered worse.
Count your blessings, Dion. For a base-born child to be chosen by Bahamut is miracle enough. You have risen high on his wings, but you shall rise no higher, lest your impure blood stain the throne.
What do you know of my blood?
A series mainstay, that's it. Wait, no, I don't think it's a mainstay though. It could just be some games, but I think it is something over 14 specifically.
The Boklab markets are to the north. We just need to hug the coast.
I'm gonna check something real quick. Cause I think I do want to actually go back and do the side quest, but let me go ahead and bump into whatchamacallit, Goofball, and then I will go back to get that side quest done. Cause I was like, well, if I'm gonna effing be here, I might as well get this far.
Infiltrating the Dominion won't be easy with the Imperials on high alert.
No. His Radiance has lost one capital already. We can be sure Sylvester will do everything in his power to hold on to Twinside. His troops are well trained and increasingly battle-hardened. But it's not as if we can wait for the siege to end. More refugees.
And they're all making for the Crystalline Dominion.
Because they don't know how to live without the crystal's blessing.
There are no crystals here.
This is where we're supposed to meet Goots, isn't it?
That's right. He said he'd wait for us here after replenishing his supplies. I dare say he'll have finished by now.
Let me carry your goods. I'm cheap.
Peaches and pears.
Wonders from across the water. Come one, come all. Feast your eyes. Good sir, can I interest you in...
How much? For a measly crust of bread?
You won't find any cheaper. Not nowadays. But you're more than welcome to look.
The Empire's unlawful and illegitimate occupation of the Crystalline Dominion is still in effect. Only those whose business in Twinside has been officially approved by the Republican Army will be permitted to cross the border. All who seek entry are to form a line and ready their documents for inspection.
Looks like we aren't the only ones who are eager to leave.
And they're checking everyone.
Can't you make an exception for the likes of you?
We won't get through without that pass. Let's go and find Good, shall we? He must be around here somewhere.
Come, taste my peaches.
You won't find anything of this quality in Twinside.
The caravan stops next to the checkpoint.
Juicy pears. Slake your thirst.
Ah, Good. There you are.
Clive, I'm so sorry. Don't tell Nan, will you?
Slow down, Good. Just tell us what happened.
It's betrayed us, Pass. It's gone. We cannot ride the caravan without it. We won't even be able to get through the flipping checkpoint.
Do you remember when you last saw it?
It was in my pocket a minute ago. Then a bairn bumped into me and... Yeah. You don't think that they might have nicked it, do you?
It wouldn't surprise me. A busy market like this is prime territory for pickpockets.
So, to get the pass back, we need to find this child. Where would we even start?
I know where! I've got a pal in Bock lad who might be able to help us. No one knows more about what goes on round here than she does.
Where do we find her?
She's the owner of the Crimson Caravans, up that way. Sign's got a red chocobo on it.
No time like the present.
You two go on ahead. I'm gonna check the rest of my stuff, make sure no one else is missing.
Right. We'll meet you there.
Alright. Let me, go back to Hideaway real quick, so I need to get that last... Well, not the last, but, like, get this current side quest I have. That's the only one that's... Actually, I don't know how many are up from the missives, so there might be more than one, but just want to get this one done. Since it's showing on the thing.
Well, don't just stand there gawping. Fine purse weighing you down. You're rubbing me blind, you know. It'd better all be here. He cracked the crystal too. Who's joking?
Oh, I got through them. Alright, cool.
Hopefully it's nothing.
Crap, what time is it?
But I should speak to Blackthorn just in case.
I think this actually starts one of the quest lines for one of the weapons. But then, wait, no, it says 2, so it just continues it. Which means it's not going to finish it, probably. Whatever. I knew I should have started those quests, I just didn't look at the thing to see how many there were.
You have a moment.
You know, there's like 2 more, but I'm not sure I'm going to get them done
This
before.
won't take long.
I want to go to sleep
I just
early.
wanted to ask how you're getting on. August was worried about you, and you might still be doubting your craft, even after learning the trick of that cuirass.
Is there something else weighing on your mind? Perhaps sharing your thoughts might help.
That bastard's like a dog with a bone. Still, he's got a keen eye, I'll give him that. He's just, well, Karen showed me something. Something I've never seen before.
And that was?
A sword. An odd-looking thing with a single-edged blade. The metal itself wasn't anything to write home about, but fuck me, the edge on it. You could slice a man clean in two with a weapon like that, and he'd be halfway home before he even realised he'd been cut.
So that's what's troubling you?
No. Not troubling me exactly. More distracting. Can't stop thinking, how do you get an edge that sharp? It's driving me mad.
And if you knew how to do it, we could arm the curse breakers with even better blades.
That's about the size of it, yeah.
I'll see what I can find out. Sharper swords are always welcome. And we can't have our master blacksmith being distracted.
You're a soft touch, you know that. But I can't say I'm not grateful for it. Good luck, eh?
Thank you. Let's see what Karen knows about this sword. You're looking well, Karen.
What do you want? Out with it.
I want to know about the sword you showed Blackthorn. Single-edged and extremely sharp.
Running around after him again, are you?
I suppose I am, yes. But I need to help him find out how to work an edge like that. It's driving him to distraction.
Little wonder, I suppose. There's not many like that make it as far as the twins, and those that do go straight into private collections. Which made it nice and easy finding a buyer.
Can you tell me who bought it? Where is it now?
You think I tell people who my clients are? Suppose you're not likely to go nicking him off me, are you now? Fine. If you stop mooning at me like that. Lord Ignac's the man you want. Dalmekian bloke. Collects weapons and the like. And he's got more money than sense, which is why he's one of my favourite clients. Reckon he'll still be at the inn in Dalamil, where I left him.
Thank you, Karen.
Oh, and he's a touch eccentric, if you take my meaning.
I appreciate the warning. People take notice of wealthy men. Shouldn't be too hard to track down Karen's collector.
The St. Drape's Fang is gone. The whole Mother Crystal gone. What are we gonna do?
Calm yourself. We don't know for sure. It could have just been a tremor.
My reputation will be ruined! Ruined!
Calm yourself, Lord Ignac, I beg of you, before you do yourself a mischief.
Pardon the intrusion, but...
Out! Get out! I paid for these rooms so I wouldn't be disturbed. Leave me be!
Please, allow me to apologize. His lordship is going through a difficult time, and he's never been fond of guests arriving unannounced.
Radim! Get rid of the filthy oaf this instant!
Very good, Lord Ignac. Would you mind stepping outside for a moment?
I'm sorry if I've caused you any trouble.
That? Oh, no. That's just how his lordship is. Though the morning's events have left him somewhat fractious. He has been dispossessed of his luggage, you see. The thieves also made away with a considerable amount of coin. Coin the innkeeper will soon be keen to collect.
I don't suppose a certain blade was among the stolen items. A single-edged sword. It was purchased from a merchant friend of mine.
Ah, you know Lady Karen. Yes, I'm afraid it was.
Then I'll retrieve Lord Ignac's luggage. But I have one condition.
You have but to state it. You are welcome to anything that is within my power to grant.
I want an audience with Lord Ignac. A few minutes should be enough. Then I'll be on my way.
A condition I would be a fool to refuse. Of course, you shall have your audience.
I don't suppose you saw where the thieves went?
I did not, no. Though some discreet inquiries made on his lordship's behalf mean that I know where you might find them. The bandit's bed. Every ill-gotten coin in Dalamel is said to pass through that disreputable corner of the Valcroy.
And that's where I'm heading.
I shall speak to Lord Ignac in your absence, and arrange for an audience upon your triumphant return.
That will be very kind of you.
Farewell, and best of luck.
Ready, go?
You deserve a rest.
We've got company! Come on, lads, let's tear the bastard's head off! This way!
This must be Ignac's luggage. Nothing seems to be damaged. All right. Let's get it back to Dalamil.
I hear I have you to thank for the return of my effects. What shall I call you, my good man?
Wyvern. Glad to make your acquaintance.
A formidable name indeed. Well, Wyvern, I appear to be in your debt. Redeem here tells me you wished for an audience. Is that all?
A few moments of your time should suffice, yes.
You're a peculiar fellow, Wyvern. All right. Speak.
Master Wyvern was wondering if you could tell him about a certain single-edged sword you recently acquired.
Oh, a true work of art, that one. Karen drove me hard on the price, but I would have sold her Radim here to get my hands on that sword. It was made in the Outer Isles, far beyond the Twins, and is used exclusively by the practitioners of a unique school of swordsmanship. They believe no combat should ever exceed a single strike, and hone their blades to such perfection that none ever does. Each sword is made for that one perfect stroke, and for that stroke only. They crack upon a second blow. There's a brutal sort of beauty to it, really.
But how do they hone such an edge?
Fine question. Why, they use a whetstone, of course. Whetstones, rather. A whole array of them, ranging from the coarse to the fine. 10,000 licks with the sharpening stone, then 10,000 more. But it is the final stone which lends the blade its legendary sharpness. A mineral quite foreign to this great realm of ours. And that is the key. The secret ingredient. Wyvern, it occurs to me that my little lecture is hardly equal to services rendered. Take this, together with my regards. The very stone of which I spoke, far rarer among collectors than even the blade itself, and a far more fitting payment.
Thank you.
Pardon the intrusion, my lordship. However, it is long past time we prepared ourselves to depart.
So it is. I am locked in bitter competition with a rival collector of curiosities. I am one step ahead of the unscrupulous scoundrel, but he is hard at my heels.
Are there many other collectors out there?
Too many to count, but only one do I consider my nemesis. Lord Byron Rosfield, and is a perennial thorn in my side.
I can imagine.
Farewell, Wyvern. May our paths cross again. Radim, we mustn't dawdle.
I think his lordship is rather taken with you, Master Wyvern. Thank you again for your assistance. Coming, my lordship. I'll be right there.
Trust Uncle Byron to find such an interesting rival. Now, let's see what Blackthorn makes of this whetstone, shall we?
This one side quest step specifically has a lot of parts to it, but then it also has like a lot of it like kind of has a lot of stuff going on. You find out that the uncle has a rival.
Sorry for the wait.
Just all this other
Hopefully
stuff.
the degree was worth it.
You learned something about that sword then?
I did better than that.
whetstone?
Yes. But not one you'll find anywhere in Valisthea.
No wonder I couldn't get the same finish on the grinding wheel. One hit and all done, eh? Might not be so bad if all you ever fought were duels. But good luck on the battlefield. Your second opponent would be your last, no matter how good you were.
Even so, is there some way it could be used to give the curse breakers an edge?
I think so, yeah. With this whetstone and the right kind of steel, I could probably even make a twin of the blade that rattled me. But there'd be no replacing this little rock once I worn it down to a sliver. I reckon we get a dozen swords from it, if that. Swords that the curse breakers wouldn't know how to wield properly, and that would see them through a single fire piece. Nah, no point trying to copy that thing. Be about as much use as a wax anvil. But finishing our blades with a whetstone this fine, now that's something to consider. And what's finer than fallen masonry, eh? Or more hard-wearing, for that matter. Just imagine it. Good Valisthean steel with an edge as sharp as any found in the Outer Isles. I won't make a copy, nah. I'll make something much better.
I'm sure the curse breakers will be delighted. Just don't push yourself too hard.
Don't you worry about me, sunshine. I've been working day and night since I was half your age, and I'll still be here when you're long gone. Hey, thanks, Clive. I mean it. I owe you one, August too. It's good to know someone's looking out for me.
He'll be happy to hear you said that.
And I'll see that my debt to you's paid. First new blade I make's got your name on it. You come and find me when you've got the materials.
All right. I will.
I wonder if you like an upgraded version, or if you really only get like, oh wait, nope, he's got a new recipe.
Clive?
So I was curious about like if the stuff that you get the first time through, that's like
What's that for you, dear?
stuff like this is actually effing you know.
No scratches, right?
I forgot what I was gonna say, but yeah, like until you get ultimate anyway, right? It's just like a stand-in, or stand-in. I don't think is the right word, but effing there's a word, but I can't think of it. It's just a placeholder. There we go. Until you get ultimate on this playthrough, I guess. Then I'm kind of curious, like if you do a third playthrough, or like whatever beyond the second playthrough, can you like upgrade ultimate even more? Like, but then like would you need to at that point, right? It's like kind of seems silly because honestly the game is easy enough where it's like it's not really that much of a factor. I feel like.
Anything else?
It's nice to have more damage though, so I'll take it.
He cracked the crystal too.
I'd like to get through these other two side quests before I stop because, man, I went to go to bed earlier than I did those yesterday, so I will try to effing, whatchamacallit. My brain, I'm going to try to effing, get these two knocked out and then maybe effing go to bed earlier than I've been. Oh, this is the part with the dog. Okay. I don't know, these other ones might be like a bit longer because they're like specifically from the missives and dealing with like stuff from the NPCs.
What could be wrong with Torgor?
And I had like 17
Was he well enough when I last saw
No.
him?
Well, I had 17 more minutes. I mean, I guess as long as I'm in bed before, 9, I should be good. I don't know, dude, I feel like I should get, I don't know, I kind of get bed at like 8 or like earlier though. Talk to the, I think, I'm gonna check my renown real quick. I feel like it's close to the next reward, so I just want to see if it's there yet. So I think it was like 15 away from the next reward, but I could be wrong.
told me she was building a ship.
Yeah, there we go. It's just annoying because it feels
may I
like
help you today,
these were
Clive?
so like disappointing the first time through, but then the second playthrough, like since they are double on the stuff that increases your stuff,
Your
these
benefactors
those are
are a
like better,
generous
right?
lot.
But
You earned this.
it is annoying. High Cleric's Medallion, because this is just a healing thingy, right? So
Best of luck out there, Sid.
that's frustrating. If I'm not mistaken, right? It is just a healing thingy, right? Like the medallion thing. Cleric's Medallion, whatever the F, it's purple. Yeah, I got two, it's just high potion, 25% extra. Which is annoying, because it's like, dude, you know, it doesn't actually need to be, but whatever, it's whatever. I'll just keep going with side quests.
I got your note. You think something's wrong with Torgal?
So you can read. Congratulations. But I didn't say I were wrong with him. I said something weren't right. He's not been eating me treats. He used to love cracking the bones from Molly's boiled brown, but now he won't so much as look at them. Didn't like him. Which is why I'm of a mind that his mind's on something else. You've not been working him too hard, have you?
No harder than usual. Is that it, boy? Do you need a rest?
What was it you said he was? A frost wolf?
That's what the lawsman seems to think.
Then maybe this all has something to do with whatever it is that's woken inside him.
I suppose things have been different since Rosalith. Perhaps Hippocrates knows something.
Instead of everything, you mean? Perhaps.
Lawsman, I need to ask you about Torgal. Something's not right with him.
He isn't ill, is he?
I don't think so. But according to Lady Karen, he seems to have lost his appetite, which is certainly a new development. She says he's hardly been touching his bones of late, and she believes it may have something to do with what happened at Rosalith Castle.
I rather think she might be right, though not about his appetite. All canids are instinctively inclined to crack open bones for the rich marrow that resides within, and I see no reason why a frost wolf should be any different. Accordingly, I suspect it is not a lack of appetite that afflicts Torgal, but a surfeit of it. If we assume that his newfound magics require additional nourishment to sustain, it may well be that the bones Lady Karen is accustomed to providing are no longer sufficient. Frost wolves, after all, habitually prey upon far larger animals, whose bones may yield altogether different nutrients. As to where one might find a suitable substitute, some antelopes that graze the meadows of eastern Rosaria have been known to grow to a size more than double that of their lesser cousins.
I don't recall ever seeing any that large.
And little wonder. The oldest and largest such creatures rarely leave the safety of the highlands for fear of predators. The last elder antelope sighting I recall hearing about took place near Cressida, and that was long before the village was abandoned.
Even so, it seems like a good place to start.
Good hunting, Clive.
is certainly quiet. If I were a giant antelope, it would seem like just the place. I doubt we'll find one bigger than that. You hungry, Torgal? Over here! Get him! You're finished. This one. It's over. All yours, Torgal. Now, will it be enough, I wonder? I say that answers my question, which means we owe the lawsman our thanks. You're just a big puppy, aren't you? A very big puppy. You do know you can take that with you, Torgal. Lady Karen will be relieved to hear you've got your appetite back. Come on, boy.
I noticed you and Torgal had gone off somewhere. Take him for a walk, did you?
You could say that.
So, Molly's leftovers weren't good enough, eh? That'll teach me for treating you like you're still a pup. All right, no need to shout. Now we know what you're after, I can see about getting some in.
Speaking of which, I brought one for later. Can I leave it with you?
You can, eh? I'm nice like that. In return, you can thank Tomes for me. The bloody know-it-all.
I was just on my way to see him.
Ah, Clive. Were you able to locate your quarry?
We were indeed, Lawsman. You pointed us in exactly the right direction. And Torgal's been a very happy hound ever since.
Very good, very good.
Lady Karen sends her thanks, by the way, for your part in solving the mystery.
Ah. But that reminds me. After your last visit, I found myself pondering Torgal's talents. Do you recall our conversation concerning Lady Jill's role in Torgal's transformation?
About how she somehow woke the power within him.
Precisely that. A reasonable conclusion, I thought. But one which raised certain questions in my mind. You see,
The Fenrir of legend served Shiva and Shiva alone. And while the powers attributed to him are certainly impressive, the records imply they are somewhat different in nature to those you described Torgal as having used.
What are you suggesting?
That Torgal may be the beneficiary of more than one icon's power. Consider that in addition to Lady Jill, he has served as a loyal companion to you, your brother, and even the late Cid. In short, the icons hitherto near at hand, or should I say at paw, have been diverse and plenty, and that number has only grown as the realm's dominance have fallen to your sword. One can but speculate as to how all of this has affected Torgal.
He has seemed more fierce of late.
And if I am not mistaken, he will grow fiercer still. We are fortunate indeed to be able to count him amongst our allies and not our adversaries.
Oh, he's more than an ally. He's a friend.
Crack the crystal too.
Trouble with the ledgers. Shouldn't he be asking Otto for help?
Is that the thing Tomes helped with?
Mid told me she was building a ship. Clive, did you get my letter?
That's why I'm here.
Shh. Otto might be listening.
Is this better?
A little. Listen, I've some bad news. It turns out the hideaway may be slightly behind in its payment to certain lenders, and it's maybe my fault. But I swear to the goddess, I thought I had the numbers square. Sadly, that square turned out to be more of a circle. Zero, you might say. I can straighten it out, I swear, but it's going to take some time, and I'm going to need help keeping it from Otto.
Bit late for that, I'd say.
There you are! What a surprise!
So let me get this straight. You forget to pay our lenders what they're due, and instead of coming straight to me, you get Clive to come to you. And I hope he'll dig you out of the hole you've dug for yourself. Clive, the man in charge of the place you've been cheerfully trying to bankrupt. And you thought this was a cunning plan. Why? Well, who needs paying?
Oh, just Martha. And the dame. And, well, Lady Karen. But only 500 talents.
We owe 3 of our most trusted friends 5 million gil.
Each. 5 million each. They lent us the bulk of the money we used to rebuild the hideaway, you see, and, well, I must have made some sort of oversight.
Those ledgers were my responsibility, and it was my decision to entrust them to you. This is my fault.
Do we have that much to hand? I can always ask my uncle.
No, we don't. And no, you won't. We've lightened Lord Rosfield's purse enough. After the king's ransom we had off him, he deserves better than to see our begging bowl. Besides, we'll need to learn to stand on our own if we're gonna make this work.
All right. But that doesn't mean you have to shoulder the burden yourself. Is there anything I can do to help?
There might be. How'd you fancy taking these to Martha and the dame?
Rocks.
Rocks, he says. Worth 1,000 talents apiece, these are. A little something Sid and I set aside for when times got lean. And I reckon 15 million in overdue debt probably qualifies. I just hope our associates' eyes are a bit more discerning than yours.
I'm sure there will be.
Should be me making the rounds, really. But you know how it is with this place. Orders to bark, arses to wipe, and all that.
I know. Which is why I don't mind going in your place.
Go. Do you know why I only gave Master Clive here 2 star rubies?
Because you'd rather Lady Karen killed me.
Because I'd rather Lady Karen killed you. Yes.
Well, I suppose this is goodbye then.
Don't worry. I'm sure Karen will understand.
Really? Do you think so?
No, I don't.
Clive, we weren't expecting you.
I wasn't expecting to be here, but it seems we still owe you a considerable amount of coin for your help with our rebuilding efforts. And though I doubt it's what you were expecting, we were hoping you'd take this as payment.
A star ruby? I can't accept this. It's worth at least twice what you owe me. More if you can find yourself the right buyer.
Think of the difference as interest.
Interest? If word got out I charged that much, no one would ever borrow from me again. Anyway, why are you the one here asking me about this? I'd have expected Otto. Bit much sending the Lord Marquis out to settle your debts, isn't it? The old goat working himself to death again.
Something like that. Most days I think he's the only reason the hideaway's still standing.
Same as always, eh? Back when the place was nothing but a twinkle in the eye of a recently retired Lord Commander, word is he was the first one Sid reached out to. Probably knew that without his strong arm and level head, the idea would never get off the ground. Sid may have been the face of the hideaway, but Otto's always been the backbone. And when Sid passed away, we were all worried that would be the end of it. That Otto would just give up.
His death was hard on everyone. But it must have hit Otto hardest of all.
But he didn't give up, did he? Quite the opposite, in fact. If I recall, he was the one who nominated you as Sid's replacement, and rallied the rest around you. I reckon what he saw in Sid, he saw in you too. And don't we all? Doesn't hurt that you're half as stubborn and twice as handsome, neither. That, and you keep good company.
I suppose I do.
There's talk at the glass.
Did you hear? The gates to Heavenhall in the Airy were breached by someone. Or something. The steward was in town earlier looking for men to come and repair it, but no one was keen to help.
I want to see you again.
What am I going to do without Sweetwater and oil of talc?
Milady, I come bearing gifts.
Gifts? Whatever is the occasion. Oh my. Clive, you really have outdone yourself.
Otto asked me to give it to you. To settle the Hideaway's debt with the Veil. And to compensate you for the time it took us to do so.
You disappoint me, Clive. I thought you might finally be warming to me. Tell Otto he can keep his baubles. I tried to tell him as much the first time around. The man owes me nothing, nor does the Hideaway. My contribution to the restoration effort was made freely and willingly. It was the least I could do.
You once told me Sid did you a kindness. I'd like to do the same. Please, accept it. For my sake. And for Otto's. For all of us. For all you've done.
It is rather fetching, isn't it? Very well. Otto is lucky to have you, Clive. I doubt anything could ever replace his son. But you and the others at the Hideaway are the closest thing he has to family.
Otto had a son.
Long ago, yes. Sid told me Otto lost him when he was just a boy, and blamed himself for not being able to stop it. I don't know how it happened, whether there was anything he could have done, but it was clear that it weighed heavily on him.
I didn't know.
How could you have? I doubt anyone did. Besides Sid, I've never met a man more keen to bear his sorrows in stoic silence. An ill habit, given that both have always been surrounded by friends desperate to help them.
I'm beginning to see that. Go will want to know the stones were delivered. If he's still with us.
Is that the thing Tomes helped a bit?
Nid told me she was building a ship.
Goat. Still alive, I see. So Lady Karen accepted the ruby.
Ah, about that. I tried my best, but she was just too stubborn to take it. She threw it right back in my face, in fact, and told me I could stick my stupid stone where the sun don't shine.
Karen refused payment.
I hope it wasn't something I said.
I'm sure you were as tactful as ever. Let me see what I can do.
Oh, wonderful. I hope you have better luck than I did.
Lady Karen, Goad tells me you weren't happy with our offer. Would you prefer the debt was repaid in coin?
What debt? I don't recall lending any of you lot me hard-earned gil. I may have tossed a talent or two in the Hideaway's coffers, but those were donations, and you can hardly call it charity if you go asking for it back.
Of course not. But one good turn deserves another. And our circumstances have changed. Surely you wouldn't shun the gratitude of a pauper who happened to have become a prince.
Oh, so you're a prince now, are you? Fine. But I'm selling it and taking what I'm owed, then you're getting the rest whether you like it or not. Where'd you even get this? A decent trader might nab 1,000 talents for a star ruby. A canny one, meanwhile, might claim it were nicked from the belt of Sid the Outlaw himself and ask twice as much. Might be I already have a buyer in mind. Might be you even know her. A fine continental maid whose beauty's only eclipsed by a guile in commerce. You wouldn't mind, would you?
Not at all. Just be sure to tell her that it's always a pleasure doing business.
I hear you ended up delivering all 3 stones. Thanks to this lump. I sometimes wonder what I pay you for.
Speaking of which, I still haven't been paid last month's wages.
Oh, so you remember what's owed to you then? Get your ass behind that disc of yours and don't get up before those ledgers are square.
Right away.
I've seen that before.
Yeah, yeah. Plenty of times. It was the only goblet Sid ever used. Either out of habit, or because the filthy sod couldn't be bothered to find a clean one.
I knew so little about him.
Like most people.
Martha and the Dame both seem to have fond memories of him.
I bet they do.
How long did you know Sid before he...
Before he died. 20 summers, give or take. Back in the day, I was a purser on a trade ship, which is where I met him. He bought passage to... I forget where. And having nothing better to do on the long nights, we set up drinking island rum till the morning bell dragged me back to my duties. Quit my post not long after that. On account of making a fine maiden's belly fat. But me and Sid stayed close, promising we'd one day sail the seas again. That was before fate stepped in and said she was having none of it. The magic woke inside my son soon after his first name day, and there was no hiding his knack.
Couldn't you and your family have...
My family were the ones who summoned the constable, wanted the monster taken away. I couldn't turn my back on him, forget what I felt, and I couldn't for the life of me understand how they could. Luckily, Sid was of the same mind as me. It was him who stood beside me when all I wanted was to tear the whole world down. Him who cried for me when I had no tears left of my own. Him who swore he'd do everything he could to stop it from happening again. And he was true to his word, too. Left the Royal Army once and for all. His ranks, his ribbons, gone. Just like that. Threw away everything he had. All to right a wrong that no one else had the courage to face. I knew then I'd follow that man to the ends of the earth. He was always too clever for his own good, was Sid. Saw the world for what it really was, while the rest of us were content to go along with the lie we were shown. And it can't have been easy, bearing that burden alone. didn't let it stop him. He never lost faith in what he believed was right. And that gave us faith in him. Faith he'd steer us true. So I swore to myself that I'd always be right behind him, ready to catch the stubborn sod, if ever he should fall. But I couldn't even do that. Ignore me, just the ramblings of a tired old man. Leave that lot. I'll tidy it up in a bit.
This is Sid's handwriting. Dear Otto.
I may be drunk, but I wanted you to know this place would be fucked without you. Love you, you grumpy old sod.
This note.
Hmm? What about it?
Sid was right. Without you, we'd all be lost.
He should have bloody well said so then. Just once. Before he went. But then, why would he? Him, or anyone? I'd only have told him to piss off. You're wrong, though. Both of you. It was never just me keeping the hideaway afloat. It was all of us. I just shoved people in the right direction. I barely seem to be able to do that anymore.
Would you rather goat were at the helm?
Well, maybe I've got a few more years left in me.
I'm going to hold you to that, Otto.
Before you go, Sid would have wanted you to have this.
But that's...
This'll do me just fine. Thanks for the ray of sunshine. I'll see if I can't pay you back.
Already have.
Alright, well, I'm going to end the stream earlier than usual because I want to not wake up at 5:30. But I need to be at work at 6 again. That wasn't,
Here you go.
That wasn't stressful at all.
Always something in there.
Welcome to the Patron's Whisper. Your benefactors are a generous lot. Best of luck out there, Sid.
Alright, yeah. I'm gonna check, well, I guess I need to check Karen to see if I'm equipped, right? Or if I got my items back. Okay, we're good to go. I should gotta go back to the effing, where I left off at, I guess.
Mid told me she was building a ship.
In Demacia. Ugh, dude, this part with the Crimson Caravan was kind of... yeah, it just... there's, you know, in hindsight, I did think that there was, like, not as many drag points, but there's, like, quite a few. I mean, luckily, like, once you get to, like, a certain point, it, like, doesn't do it anymore, but, like, like I said, dude, like, once you... Which part is it? Like, whichever... Is it the second crystal, right? It had to be the second crystal, but, like, the second crystal... Yeah, because the first one we go all the way to flipping, you know, Sandbreak, right? And then we see the effing Bahamut Odin battle thing. And then we go out for, like, the Iron Blood. But, okay, yeah. Okay, so I'd say after the second crystal, like, whenever Mid shows up, from the... Yeah, because it does a time jump forward, that's right, because it's 5 years later. That's right, because Titan attacks. Yeah, I'd say, like, from the point Mid shows up to FN, whenever you get to effing Twin Side, dude, it just... Sure, there's, like, that one high point of, like, when you fight Titan, but it's, like, there's quite the lull. I guess not the lull in action, but just the pacing falls off. It doesn't fall off, but, like, the pacing isn't as good, there we go, as, like, the first part, like, the first opening sections of the game, and then, like, the last 30%. Like, the last 30% is just, like, great, like, fantastic, like, it's quite good. But this middle section where it just drags, ugh. But yeah, that's all the side quests. Let me double check. I did just check, Goat, so yeah, there's nothing there.
The crystal too. You're joking.
Yeah, I did. Okay, cool. Nothing here. Okay, so this is when the uncle's talking about going to Canada. Okay, so this is also saying that Gav went to Canver if he is MIA. But I guess he wasn't with us when we went to whatchamacallit though, was he? Twin Side, because there was that whole cutscene where, like, we're leaving from old Hideaway, because it's Karen and the goofball, Clive and Jill, and I think Gav. I think Gav goes somewhere else, but then... Did he not go to Scout first? We just go back to Canver? Which is... I don't remember, but yeah. Anyway. That letter's saying that the uncle is, like, requesting Gav to scout for him, but... I'm not sure if that's what happens. But yeah, my first playthrough I got all but one of those, so I'm not sure if, like, you can only get the last one from New Game Plus or something I didn't do. It might be from those statue things, but I don't know.
What'd you need?
Double check if there's anything to craft here.
So, what'll it be?
Probably not. Also, the fact that there's, like, 2 materials on here that are, like, you know, grayed out, where it's like... But it looks like it's a sword upgrade, so it's like, who if it knows, right? Like... I don't know, we'll see, but yeah. Well, that's not true. It looks like... Oh, wait, never mind. It does say reforged, so... Oh, yeah, what a red. Who knows what the 2 swords are that you need. I mean, I guess I could look it up online, I don't know, but I'd rather not spoil it for myself, so we'll see. Well, hopefully I'll see eventually, but right now, nothing showing up there. Okay, -2, +2, -2, +2, bah. -3, +2, yeah, it's definitely easy mathematical. Okay, I was like, yeah, there's something else. There's the thing I got that was the, whatchamacallit. Actually, let me go ahead and just, while I'm here, get all the ones that are like...
My best work, but it'll do. Yeah, that should do you. You can thank me later.
The 2s for the...
My best work, but it'll do.
Like the 2 stuff from like previous playthroughs. Potions 50%.
Yeah, that should do you. My best work, but it'll do.
High potions 50%.
You can thank me later. My best work, but it'll do. You can thank me later.
Oh wait a minute, some of these...
Yeah, that should do you.
Might be decent actually.
You can thank me later. My best work, but it'll do. You can thank me later.
Mission damage.
Yeah, that should do you. You can thank me later. Yeah, that should do you. You can thank me later. Yeah, that should do you. You can thank me later. My best work, but it'll do.
Aerial blast.
You can thank me later.
I mean, some of the stuff might actually be useful because of that thing,
My best work, but it'll do.
I got all the super stuff attacked, or equipped rather.
You can thank me later.
Unless it's cooldown though, yeah.
Yeah, that should do you. You can thank me later. Yeah, that should do you. My best work.
That's what I was looking for, the turtle thingy, so we just got the one thingy, right? Significantly increases Turtle's attack potency. I kind of want to use this, but then it's like, it is just Turtle, so it's like,
Yeah, that should do you.
And he has the thing. The thing. He has the effing, the thing where it's like, you know, I think his stats are maxed out possibly if I check them, but yeah. Like, yeah, it's gotta wait to get the really good stuff, but it's kind of annoying.
Anything else?
So what do we have? Got the combo damage. Okay. Okay, still not maxed out yet. Still got that last node. 1943. Not quite yet. Not quite yet. Almost there. Alright. And I've got all the items, right? So I'll just head back to where I was at. Save. That's what I'll pick up next time. Even though, yeah, still not past the part where it's dragging, but, you know, soon, you know, I'll be to the part where we're at the cool Bahamut fight, and then, you know, it does get weird because we have to, like, backtrack, because we go back to effing Hideaway, and then we go back to, oh no, I'm wrong. But, like, once we're out of this low part, right, like the last 30% of the game, the pacing is like way better, and then, you know, that'll be nice. Significantly increased Turtle's attack potency. But yeah, 30% was the buff on the effing gun in your spear thing, so it's like if something's not 30%, it's like it's not, like it's no, it's just a effing like that, you know. If it's not 30, or if it's not more than 30%, I should say, you know. Probably won't feel substantially more because even at 30%, the gun meter damage seemed quite not good. Healing potency of high potions by 50%. Potions and high potions. I mean, I might this one because I've got like so many potions now with like the maxed needed to 8, right? Defense by 60 by 90. Oh, attack. I was about to say, is there one for attack? Increase attack 32 on top. I mean, it's better than nothing, right? But then it's also, you know, combo damage is only 10%, but then it's like a percentage based versus effing, you know. I mean, I talk about that in Monster Hunter, it's like multiplicative versus, whatever the F. Oh, you can't craft something better than the Berserk Ring, because I've got 2 of these, and it doesn't make anything. That sucks. That's a bummer. Whatever, man. But yeah, I'm waiting until I get the Genji Gloves upgrade, because that's going to be 10% damage on everything, so... But it's going to be such a long time coming, because it takes forever to get that stupid thing. Ugh. Kind of annoying, dude. Yeah. Wait, what? Oh, this is that. Okay. Match by 8 or 10%. Alright, well, I guess I'll just leave this equipped. Because otherwise it's just double down on the XP up, but it's like, that's a dumb... It's a dumb choice. Alright. But yeah, this is where I'll pick up next time. Let me go ahead and travel back to Dalmatia. I got full meter, full items. So yeah. I try to find, I forgot where even if I'm looking for actually, but... Oh yeah, Crimson Caravan, okay. Well, let me check this vendor, because they've got either an orchestration roll or something. I don't have it, since they've got a yellow dot.
You won't find a finer array this side of the strait.
Oh, there it is for orchestration roll.
A fine choice.
Alright, one less. Alright, cool. I think I need like, what, 3 or 4 more?
Gilbert smile upon you.
Anyway. So I'll pick up on our way to Twinside. We gotta do all this crap because Goofball lost the Merchant Pass thing, so that's a whole thing we're working through now. And I'm ending the stream early because I want to get extra sleep. I have to work an extra hour today, and then the next 2 weeks I get to work an extra hour, and then on Wednesday I get to work an extra day and an extra hour. It's great. But yeah, that's where I'll pick up at when I get it back. I'll play a ton on Tuesday and try to just make a ton of progress. And then Wednesday, maybe not. I might. Well, and I'm sorry, not Wednesday. Monday and Tuesday, because I'm not off Wednesday this week. For sure, Monday I'll try to make a ton of progress. Tuesday, I don't know. I probably will, but then I also have like to do all my chores that day because I have a short week off. So we'll see. I'll try to treat it like a Wednesday, right? Except no game night, so just play this. I do want to play something else this week and start something else. I'm not going to say what it was or is, but like I said, with like the extra hour I have to work from work every day for like the next 2 weeks, I'm probably going to possibly stream something else. Starting, what, Wednesday? Yeah, Wednesday, because I have to work an extra day and an extra hour. So I won't be streaming 3 hours after I get off like I have been, except for today because I want to get extra sleep. So like I said, probably Forza is what I'll switch to. Just continue the deep dive of that like a bit at a time, because I'm only getting like level 25. and then switching games to just like, you know, have a nice little scratching the surface of like all those games to see like, you know, how they are when you like start up a new file and play through them. It's kind of like neat too, because like the early ones anyway are like, they're based on like the credits that you've unlocked to get the progress versus like leveling and all that stuff. But anyway, I'm going to bed now, so yeah, I believe the full playthrough on YouTube is going up like one video at a time, and then the New Game Plus is going to be going up like a video at a time as well. So I'm going to try to get those all queued up as far as New Game Plus, because the full playthrough for normal is done almost. It'll be going up in the next few days. As far as like the last few videos, I haven't done as good as a job for the New Game Plus stuff though, so I'm going to try to queue that up, I guess, at some point Tuesday before I jump into this stream or back into it, right? Anyway, I really want to do the second playthrough just to see like what it unlocks, because I'm going to be quite annoyed if it's like third playthrough, get this thing, and I'm done after that, because I'm just like, dude, that's not cool. I also at some point need to play Destiny for the week, so that's a thing. So not like there's not enough place to spend, but yeah. Anyway, that is it for now. So until you see or hear from me again, thanks for watching, and I'm now signing off. A bit earlier than usual this time, but whatever. That's life. Ugh.